Hey everybody, so I have been chomping at the bit to share about something. I have a new program that I'm announcing today. Some of you have heard me talk about it. Some of you I've talked to on the phone and I've actually told you a bit about what it is, but I've never worked this long, this hard on bringing something together before announcing it. So I'm very happy that today is here. I'm going to tell you its name and what it's all about and how I know it will impact your life more than anything you've ever dove into before. And first, let me just tell you why I'm doing it. I've been doing this work professionally for 15 years. My whole life, I've been obsessed with doing what I love to do and understanding how to do that better and how to articulate that in a way that other people can understand it informally for most of my life. And then as a profession for the last 15 years. I love creating a life that I love. And now I've got kids and I'm growing up in a world where I see a world going in a direction that isn't beautiful. Okay. I see a lot of things that I'm afraid of and worried about for my kids' future. And doesn't mean I don't see a beautiful world all the time everywhere. Of course I do. It's just a trend of the way I see the world going. And I can freak out about that and I can stress out about that and I can worry about that. Or I can do what I do in my whole life, in my personal life, which is to meet that. And then when that's the case, what would I love? And then go and get on creating that. And so my way of meeting the world that is today is to be who I need to be, to do what I need to do, to create the most beautiful world that I possibly can in every moment with everybody I meet and in everything that I'm doing. And it just so happens that when you create your most beautiful life, that's your highest contribution to the most beautiful world. So I am here about to announce and launch my newest program that is designed to take you on a journey over the course of a year to make you the creator of your world from love, such that your life becomes the most beautiful version of your life possible in your heart. And that, through you experiencing that, will be your highest contribution to the most beautiful world. So as we create together the most beautiful lives, we create the most beautiful world at a really high level. The program is called Creator's Journey. Okay. It's a 1 year commitment to being in conversation every single week in a live session. I might be able to take a couple of weeks off for Christmas, but otherwise, every single week, largely with me. We're going to have some other master creators come in, but we're going to be together a lot in this program. And on top of that, I am taking all of the courses that I've created over the years, courses that I've sold for $10,000, $12,000, brought them all together. And I've moved the lessons around and I've created an entire year's curriculum where you can go in to learn all of the philosophy, all of the principles, all of the practices that I've been teaching in all of the different programs over the years, all combined within this one program. And I've laid them out in a way that makes sense so that they build on each other and they tie into each other. Stuff about your inner personal, how you relate to yourself, stuff about how you relate to other people in relationships, stuff about money, stuff about business and clients, all the different aspects of life, health and being, all folded into each other and all lined up in a way where it all stacks and it all makes sense and it all builds. In addition to that, we are, as recently I mentioned, we changed the name of the company from creating to we are creating. So a big part of this program is the community that you become immersed in, not just like you're some like online group or something that you go and read posts once in a while, but actually a community that you are engaged in. Every time you jump into this community, be it on the live calls or be it in the app, then you are going to be doing something, not just reading about stuff, but every member is engaged. We got specific practices for you to do within the community, things for you to share about. You're going to be receiving feedback on that. You're going to actually be doing creating anytime you're touching the community in any way. So there's a million things that I'm going to be telling you about this program on an information page and also in upcoming videos. So I don't want to get too deep into the details for now, but that's pretty much at a high level. Also, what I want to explain to you though is like how I know this is going to change you and transform you, not just throughout the year, but for the rest of your life. The biggest thing that will come out of this, and it's an internal experience shift, right? But I really want to mark out how valuable this is that you will come out of this program being, in the words of my former client, Clayton Olson, being a friend to yourself. On the inside, you will have a way of relating to everything that occurs in your life with kindness, with love, with ease. And you don't underestimate how powerful that is. I was saying to a friend earlier, like if there was a demon that could take a human faculty out of your mind, I would be like, that one, I'm not, I will die trying to protect the capacity to be with myself with ease on the inside, to be able to free myself from any stress, worry, and concern. In fact, I said, I know that the worst of my life is behind me because I now have the capacity to meet whatever happens in my life in a way where it doesn't take me down to the same degree. I can rise above it. I can see the beauty in it. I can liberate myself from the ideas about it that are keeping me stuck. And with that freedom, I'm able to feel love, and then I can navigate towards my truth again. I'm able to feel love and be inspired to be in action and to move and to create. I'm able to feel love and to press that love out into a world where it makes a massive difference in a small amount of time, which means I create a massive impact, which means I generate results, which also creates a magnetic way of being, which attracts opportunities to me. So it's a very powerful internal capacity to be able to free yourself, to be immersed in love, to make a big difference in a small amount of time. That's huge. So that's the major transformation that's going to occur for you. Now, of course, you're going to create results in different areas of your life. You're going to grow your business potentially if that's what you want to do. You're going to improve your relationship or create a relationship, get in the best health you've ever had. You are going to become a beacon of possibility for people around you. That's another awesome knock-on effect that happens, that the people around you, like, who are you? What's happened to you over the past year? They say things to you about yourself that was at one time an aspiration for you at most, if even, or if not something that you believe maybe that wasn't even possible for you. How do I know all these things are going to happen? Because these are the things that have been happening with my clients over the past 15 years. And these are not everybody, all right, let's be honest. It's the people that step into this work and they face the discomfort of it. They face the challenge of it. They stay in the game when their head is like, what is he talking about? How does this even make any, doesn't make, I don't understand. But other people seem to get it. So they stay anyway. They stay immersed in it. And through that immersion, through that discomfort emotionally, through the discomfort cognitively, they experience a psycho-spiritual growth that when they look back, they're like, oh, that's what I was doing. In the same way that when you look back at yourself being a kid, you're like, oh, they just didn't see what I can see now. That's why they had that issue. That's why they had that challenge. But now I get it. And so it's gonna grow you up in a way. You're gonna become more conscious or evolved. You can call it whatever you want, but the reality is you're gonna have greater capacity psychologically and greater capacity emotionally, spiritually, and you're able to meet the world in ways that give you more choice. Then you can take more actions and you can create more of what you want. It's that simple. I've seen it over and over again with hundreds and hundreds of clients. And again, those are the ones that play full out and go all in. So that's why I'm inviting you for this program for an entire year. You can stay in it longer. We're going to keep running it beyond that, but like at least a year. It's going to take that long to go through the curriculum. It's going to take that long to be in enough live conversations with me. There's something really important about live conversation too. That's why that isn't just a bunch of content. There's a live conversation every week. And why is that? With the same group of people. What happens when you are immersed in a conversation week in and week out with the same people is that you develop a connection to these people. You are invested in and attentive to their emotional journey. People cry, people laugh, you see them struggle, you see them succeed, and you show up with a different kind of presence because it's live and because these are relationships with people that you've come to care about. And that presence that you bring has you listen in such a way that gives you access to a deeper understanding of the work itself than you could ever get from an audiobook, from a recording of the call with the same people that you care about, but you're not there live. Being there live with these people is a huge part of what changes you. That's why I've said, you know what, I'm just going to do this for people every single week. And this is going to be the biggest thing I've ever done, the biggest commitment I've ever made, because I'm more committed than anything to creating the most beautiful world I can for all the reasons I talked about earlier. And I know the best way to do that is to help you learn and grow in this way. So the program is called Creator's Journey, as I mentioned. It's 1 year. If you click on the link below, you're going to get all the info, all the details about when we start, what the price options are, all the different things. I think you're going to be happily surprised for people that have been following me for a while. They're going to think, oh my God, this is going to be the most expensive program ever. Actually, it's going in the opposite direction. And again, that's part of my reason for wanting to reach as many people as possible. I'm going to make this as accessible as I possibly can. So I look forward to being in conversation with you personally. I love you. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you in Creator's Journey. Bye-bye.